So guys, before I start off this story, I just want to apologize for the shit in the background because I got a new PC. It's actually pretty nice, but it's pretty loud right now. But this story time is going to be about the first time I smoked weed. And so, I know this might not seem that interesting, but a lot of people wanted me to do first time drug stories, and I just thought this was kind of kind of interesting story, honestly. I mean, I told a few of my friends, like, this story, kind of, that weren't there with me, and they thought it was pretty interesting, but I'm just going to start off. No more stretching out this video. So, pretty much me and my friend, who I'm going to call, Tyler, were skating home. We were just skating, and we ran into, our friend, who I'm going to call, I don't even know, John. So, we ran into John, and he comes up to us and he's like, "Yo, guys, I got this like wax pen. You guys want to try it?" And at the time, I didn't really know what that meant. But I asked him what it meant. And he's like, "Bro, it's weed." And then, he gave it to my friend Tyler, and then I hit it too. But we both hit it around twice, but we didn't we barely felt anything. We felt a little different for like 20 minutes, and it even took 10 minutes to kick in. So, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a little high for like 30 minutes, but since it didn't really work that well, I hit him up and I was like, "You know what, this didn't really work well, can I try again tomorrow?" And I was kinda like, I don't know, I just thought like, I was never gonna feel the effects, because if I didn't feel this time, and I took two, and it was my first time, and then my friend's like, "You know what, my friend John," he's like, "Yeah, the charger's low, plus you really only got two small hits, so let's just try again tomorrow." So the next day at around 12, I actually wanted to meet up with him earlier because I was just so hyped for it for some reason. I know it makes me sound like a total druggie, but yeah, whatever. So I met up with him and a few friends, and I hit the wax pen like 3 times. And I know this is supposed to be the first time smoking weed, but it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, this isn't actually... Whatever. But, I did it 3 times, and these were, like, long, big hits. So, I actually inhaled, did it right, everything like that. So, I felt, like, really high and, like, out of it for 3 hours. Like, I felt like the whole world was just spinning, and I was, like, floating. Like, my bottom half felt like it was floating, and I was dizzy when I stood up. I tried skating around. We were just hanging out in the park, and I could barely skate for, like, the first 30 minutes to an hour. But it was pretty fun, and for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm on this, like when I'm on weed, I want to hit like a vape, a puff bar. So this girl that I was hanging out with had a puff bar, and then I just asked her for it, because for some reason, I just had the urge to do it at that moment. Like, I'm not addicted, but like, I barely even do it, but, I just had the urge because I was like all high or whatever. So after like an hour and a half, I felt like I was getting a little bit better, but this is my first time. My eyes were like beet red. Like, my eyes are always red, but my eyes were just really red. Like, I don't even know how to explain how red they are, but they're like more red than a tomato. But I'll show a picture right now of what they probably looked like. So we went to Carl's Jr., and I was like really out of it. For some reason, I was just nervous. I was the first time going in public on something, so... I mean, the guys that were cool, I feel like they knew something was up, but they were cool, they were young, kind of friendly with them, so they didn't really say anything about it, but I was pretty glad. But this high, like, wore off around 3 p.m., so it was like 3 hours later, and then me, my friend John, and a few other people, we went to the sewers, and we met up with, like, at least 10 people. It was like a group of 15 people, and in the sewers, it's just so fun. That's like a big vibe whenever you're with, like, 15 people. And I'm like, you know what, I want to get high again, because, like, literally everyone was doing something. Like, they either had, like, a vape, or, like, a cigar, or, I don't know, some weed. So I'm just like, you know what, I want to do it, because the sewers, you already feel like you're out of it when you're in there. So I just felt like the two added together would be pretty fun. So I took 2 hits, and I still felt a little bit from earlier, so I was, like, really tripped out. And in the sewers, you, like, are already, like, I already feel, like, dizzy and out of it in the sewers anyways, so this just, like, made it 10 times worse, kind of. And I I wasn't eating at this time. Like, I didn't eat for a few hours, so that also probably contributed to it. But then I also wanted to try this, like, cigar, like a Swisher. So I actually tried that for the first time. It was pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, cigarettes are gross, as I already mentioned, but these were actually pretty good. They're, like, chocolate flavored, but took, like, 2 hits from that. But I felt, like, really high in the sewers. Like, I felt like the echoes were just, like, coming on me, and I just felt like the whole world was spinning, and I was, like, tripping out. So, my friend John, he got, like, high as fuck. Like, he would do this on, like, a daily basis. Like, he would sometimes be doing weed on, like, a daily basis, so his tolerance was pretty high, but he hit this thing 25 times, and he looked like he was gonna pass out. Like, I was literally scared for him, because we're in, like, dark sewers. I mean, of course, there's 15 people, but I was like, oh, dude, are you okay? He's like, yeah, bro, I'm super hot. Like, that's literally what he was acting like. Not his normal self. And keep in mind, this is a guy that, like, is almost always on it whenever you meet him, or whenever you hang out with him. So, it was pretty weird to see him like that. Like, his eyes were beet red. Like, more red than mine. Like, 10 times. Or, like, I don't even know. So, after that, after the sewers, the fun experience there. And this was, like, the first time I had no fear in the sewers, just because of how many people were there. But we went to a shopping center, and then I actually skated home after, and it was kind of fun in the shopping center, because we all took, like, a secret hit into my friend's hoodie that he uses that for, and that was just pretty fun. People actually called the cops on us, not for that reason, because we had skateboards. We weren't even skating. A few people were standing on their skateboards, including me. I didn't even skate. I was standing on my skateboard. I mean, I did a couple ollies, but we were barely disturbing the place. I mean, my friends were trying to grind on the fountain, so I don't know. But the cops were called on us, and I guess just maybe it was the security that was called on us, because this fat security guard, she's like, you guys can't be skating here. You guys have to leave. You guys have to go home. But after that situation, I hung out with, like, my friends there for, like, a few more minutes. Then I went on my way, went home, and this cop was just following me. And keep in mind, this is like 2 hours after I did it, so I was still feeling a little bit, my eyes were red, and the car was just slowly following me while I was skating, and I was just trying to go faster and faster. I knew it, like, felt kind of suspicious, but whatever. I wanted to get out of that situation, because I didn't think they were following me, but I kept freaking out about it. And they actually stopped me. Like, their sirens went on. I was so freaked out. I thought they knew. I thought they either saw me, like, smoke it, or, like, they just knew that I was on it or something. I don't know. But I thought it was for that. But it ended up being because I wasn't wearing a helmet. And this guy was, like, an absolute dick. He's like, you aren't wearing a helmet. I should be giving you a ticket for this. I'm really nice. I'm letting you off the hook. That's literally what he said. But I guess he didn't know I was high, but that's pretty much it. That's my first time story. If you guys have any first time stories, leave it in the comments down below. And I just want to have an end disclaimer. I'm not telling you guys to do any of the things that I mentioned. I do not condone the usage of it. If you want to do it, great, that's your life. If you don't, then don't. But I don't recommend it if you don't want to. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and peace.